and welcome to In the Library with
Michele.
And I'm Adrian. Michele is joining us because with the departure of Tara, we thought it was time for a little bit of a revamp. And so Michele has graciously agreed to be the new co-host, and she'll be bringing us a brand new segment that we're excited for you all to check out on local gardening.
Yeah, I hope our folks out here like it. I'm going to do a section on questions from our patrons, and also I'm going to highlight one native plant a week so we can all get familiar with what we could put in our yards.
Terrific. Now, if you have a question that you would like Michele to consider answering on a future episode, please leave it in a comment down below.
Perfect. We also have a box here on top of our seed library. It is a clear plastic box, and we have slips next to it. If you want to put your question in there, I will do my best to answer it.
And I will not answer it because I don't know anything about gardening.
You will after we work together for a while.
That might be true. So let's get straight into it. What do you have to talk about today?
So a friend of mine contacted me recently. She is a teacher, and she was having a problem with deer. And I said, okay. She says, hey, what can I do about the deer in my yard? So I did some research for her and found some interesting information too. I've never had a problem with deer except recently. They're hopping into my yard, even over a fence. It's not a high fence, though, but they are munching on things. So I do have to rethink some things in my own yard. So it was good research overall. So problem with deer is they can jump pretty high, even a 6-foot fence. They recommend an 8-foot fence, but I don't know too many people who can afford an 8-foot fence or who really want to put something up that is that tall. So if that is not an option for you, they do have liquid sprays out there. The problem with the liquid sprays is that as soon as it rains, you have to reapply, and they're not cheap. So just keep that in mind if you're going to go with sprays. I do a lot of scent deterrents in my yard. I interplant different things that deer do not like to help repel them. So anything in the native mint family, like giant purple hyssop, you don't take regular mint and put it in your garden. Please don't do that. Please don't.
For those of you not in the aware,
Yeah.
regular mint is an invasive species.
Correct. See, you do know about gardening.
My neighbor planted mint. My lawn has turned into mint.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that. Yeah, and it is invasive, and as great as it smells, it is not good for our environment. But if you grab something that's native, which I will highlight some native stuff that will help deter deer from your yards. Like I said, giant purple hyssop is one of my favorites, and it smells like licorice. So, and you can also use the leaves and dry them and do other things with them. I've also used Irish Spring in my backyard. So I take a bar of the Irish Spring and I cut it up into pieces and I'll hang it off of stuff. Although one of the squirrels did take off with a bag of it, so apparently the squirrel liked it.
Well, squirrels got to take baths too.
Yeah. I was out there yelling at squirrels today in my bird feeders. I'm that crazy neighbor. I also put cinnamon on the ground around plants that I know that they want to eat, especially for the rabbits. The rabbits get deterred by stuff on the ground. I've also done cayenne pepper. So hot pepper, you can sprinkle that on the ground and it does deter them.
So, funny thing, I've heard that squirrels detest, hot peppers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Capsaicin and all that's supposed to deter them. So we've had a problem with squirrels at my house.
I believe it.
And we have a bird feeder, and we had the idea, well, we'll put in the hot pepper bird seed to keep the squirrels away. They actually seem to prefer it.
What?
And they fight to get up at it. So
the squirrels are evolving in a way I don't think we can keep up with. They can be really destructive. I feel like they're almost more destructive than deer. You can also do some visual stuff or things that sound funny. I use wind chimes in my yard, and it seems to really they don't like it. If they bump into it or if it's a little bit breezy, they'll hear it. They get scared off. Also, there's motion detector sprinklers, which is a really good way to also deter them. Yeah, they get a little startled at first, but honestly, they'll be fine. unless they want to start playing in your sprinklers, which is possible. So I also read something that was really kind of disturbing.
Mm.
There were several websites that suggested putting up fishing line, like hanging it between trees so that when the deer run into it, they get startled. I absolutely 100% disagree. Animals can get really injured that way. And
I feel like I'd get injured that way.
Right. It's not a safe option. I've rescued multiple wild animals through the years that were tangled in fish line. So I would absolutely not suggest that. I don't see any reason to do something like that. That can just be cruel. So there's no need for that. There's a lot of things you can do. But you know what I do in my yard? I just consider that 1/3 of my plants will go to the deer or the critters. I do. Especially when I plant new stuff out, I'm like, you know what? It's not all going to survive. Some of it's going to die naturally or unnaturally, maybe a disease or some pests.
It was me. I was in your yard.
You probably were. You can see me run out there in my bathrobe and go, get out of my lawn.
And I'll be skittering away wearing like tennis shoes and shorts like,
oh, that would be fun. So those are some suggestions for deterring deer from your yard. And some of these will also deter your rabbits and your squirrels. So hopefully that can give you a couple of ideas of what you might do in your yard if you're having this kind of trouble, because it's very common around here. And even right now, the woods across the street from us, they're cutting down a whole bunch of trees, and it's breaking my heart. But those animals that lived in that area need to move somewhere. Mm-hmm. And it's really our fault that these animals are coming into what we consider our space, because really it was their space first. So try to do whatever you can that is not going to injure or make any of these animals sick. Mm. That's what I can come up with.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So do you want me to talk about milkweed now, or do you want...
go straight into it.
You sure?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So the native plant I'm going to highlight today is called Asclepias incarnata. That is the Latin name. I'm going to try to be using as many Latin names as I can because it can be very confusing when you're using common names.
I'm just going to tell you, my brother-in-law makes a fantastic carnata.
That's incarnata. This is incarnata. So it is also called swamp milkweed. Some people call it rose milkweed because of the color of the flowers. They're beautiful flowers, but more importantly, they are the only plant. Milkweed in general is the only plant that is a host plant for our monarch butterflies. The female butterflies come, they lay their eggs one at a time on the underside of a leaf of milkweed. We also have other milkweed that I will highlight as the sessions here go on, but this is my favorite, so I thought I'd highlight this one. It gets about 5 feet tall. It's narrow. It doesn't spread crazy like, say, common milkweed. So, and it's a pretty kind of milkweed, and it smells lovely. It smells like vanilla. It smells like vanilla, the flowers. So I wanted to highlight swamp milkweed. And think about the name swamp milkweed. It likes water. So if you have an area in your yard with some sun, because it does need about 6 hours of sun a day, if you have a spot that also has a lot of water, like maybe some water runoff from your house, because these plants have major root systems. And when their roots go down super deep, and just native plants in general, they're filtering our water. They're filtering that water that then runs off into our water supply. That's what their roots do. They pull out toxins. So you want big root systems. But saying that, you do not want to plant native plants over things like septic systems, because they have so many nutrients. These things will go crazy, but then you can also have huge problems with your septic system because their roots can get in there, and you do not want that to happen. So these are a great plant if you They're easy to grow. I will say the one thing about them is you do need to cold stratify the seeds. So if you're buying seeds right now, unless you put them in your fridge and they're wet or damp, I should say, they're not going to bloom this year. They need about 30 days of cold in order to germinate. But these plants in general are great, hardy, easy plants, and you will get monarchs.
Do they come back?
Every year? Yes, they are perennial. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and they self-seed, or you can collect the seeds and share with friends or bring them to the library, because Molly and I sit there and sort seeds for weeks in the fall and the winter, which is actually really fun. So that is my highlighted plant, Asclepias incarnata, also known as swamp pink or rose milkweed. Great plant to have in your yard. Mm. So that's my bit. What did you bring for us today, Adrian?
So I'm trying a new segment, and our listeners can let us know in the comment section down below. See how I keep pushing the comment section?
Do.
That's professionalism right there.
No, apparently I'm not.
No, it's all right. So I'm trying a new segment, and listeners can tell me what they think about this. But I'm going to be trying a craft or an art form every week, highlighting a book from our collection. And I will, the following week, share what I came up with, and we encourage listeners to share what they came up with. Mm-hmm. We will highlight some of the best on the podcast.
And this is going along with also the art thief for our One Book, One Community, because the art and the literature going together always works.
Yep. So if you're not in the aware, One Book, One Community is going on all month in March. There's a variety of activities available, and you can stop in at your local library to find out more.
So much going on.
And this year's topic is, of course, The Art Thief. Have you read it?
I have not. It is part of our book club. I belong to our, I always call it Books and Brews, but it's not. Books on Tap. Books on Tap. We meet the first Tuesday. We meet the first Tuesday of every month at Charlie Mops here in town, and that is for next month. That's our book next month.
I did just finish reading it.
What'd you think?
For listeners out there, you can get copies on the Libby app if you are okay with audio or ebooks, because there is unlimited copies right now in Libby.
Wonderful. Yep. Wonderful. Because getting a hard copy right now is pretty tough, because a lot of people are already reading the book.
Yep. My wife and I attended a concert in New York this last week, and so while I was on the airplane, I pulled it up in Libby, and yes, my phone was in airplane mode, but I had it pre-downloaded.
Yes, that's what you got to do.
On the go. The Art Thief is good. There were some surprising things. I won't spoil the ending, but there is some tragedy to the whole thing.
And it is nonfiction, correct?
It is nonfiction, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It tells the story of an art thief who stole roughly $1 billion worth of art.
Wow.
And kept it in an attic.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading it. I just haven't gotten there yet.
So for the art this week, I chose something at my approximate skill level. I am currently holding a copy of It's Fun to Draw Dinosaurs by Mark Bergen. Hopefully I'll have a picture of that on the screen right about here so that you can all appreciate this. This book, I did give it a quick look through. It guides you through how to draw various dinosaurs and some things that I don't think are considered dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure the pterodactyl is not considered dinosaur, but...
Really?
Yeah. But if you are interested in attempting our art challenge, go ahead and check out It's Fun to Draw Dinosaurs by Mark Bergen. Maybe show it to your kids, have them try and draw some dinosaurs, and next week you'll see the dinosaur that I came up with. And I'll be honest, I'm eyeing this Parasaurolophus.
Oh.
Do you think I pronounced that right?
I do.
Parasaurolophus.
You did a way better job than I would have.
But yes, this book has charming illustrations and a variety of dinosaurs. And which kid doesn't like dinosaurs, really?
I love dinosaurs, personally. My grandson's super into them. He runs around growling at people and roaring at them, but I think it's funny.
But tune in next week to find out what my dinosaur ends up looking like and submit a dinosaur of your own. to be featured on a future episode of the podcast.
Great idea. I really like your segment. I can't wait. Now I'm kind of inspired too because I am not an artist.
If you want to draw a dinosaur,
I could. And we have that book here at the library currently.
we sure do. And every week it will be something new. This week we're just starting with drawing dinosaurs, but I expect we'll go through origami, painting, a variety of things. Just
That'll
to see
be
what's
cool.
exciting.
And we want pictures also or video of you doing said craft.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
So on that note, we're going to turn our attention to what's going on at your local, unless you have something else.
I just wanted to mention a book.
Sure,
A book, in case you want to know more about monarchs, we do have this book here at the library. We have several, obviously, but I just decided to choose this one. Monarchs and Milkweed, a migrating butterfly, a poisonous plant, and their remarkable story of coevolution by Anurag Agarwal. So I know I've looked at this book, I've pulled it, and I've put it on the shelf to display a couple times, and it's a beautiful book. And I know I went through it. I didn't read it cover to cover, but it was a good book. So if you're just more curious about milkweed and monarchs and you want to learn some more, this is a great book for you. And it is here at the Bedford Library. And I do believe that one of our other libraries has it as well. Yes, Ellis as well. So they are both available if anybody's interested.
And if you don't happen to have access to Bedford or Ellis, we can send the book to other libraries.
You're right. We can. So if you put in a request online or if you struggle with that, feel free to call any of our branches and our librarians will walk you through and reserve the book for you.
Now let's turn our attention to what's going on at
Let's
your
do it.
local library. I'm going to start us off. Coming up on March 16th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Bedford Branch Library, we have Quizzical Trivia Night featuring teams of up to 5 persons who compete in a free multi-round trivia competition. Refreshments are provided. Register online. That one is hosted by yours truly.
Awesome. Is this your program?
No, that's Liz's.
Oh, so this is the TCG night. So this is joining us every Thursday at the Bedford Branch Library at 5 o'clock for trading card game nights. This is really cool. Now that you mention it, yes, I remembered seeing Liz doing this last week, and there were a lot of people and a lot of different ages too. So it says, come play Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. So all ages are welcome. There is no registration required. So every Thursday, 5 o'clock, Bedford Library. Be there with Liz.
Yeah. We also have, this one is split between the Petersburg and Bedford Branch Libraries, the K-Pop Club for ages 15 and up. The next meeting will be at the Bedford Branch Library on March 20th at 6 p.m. And then the following meeting will be at the Petersburg Branch Library on April 16th. They do ask that you register online and share your love of K-pop.
Awesome. We also have coming up Tuesday, March 24th. It's family trivia night, so it's a little different than Quizzical. It is here at the Bedford Branch Library. It's at 6 o'clock. Come and celebrate Reading Month by testing your knowledge of popular children's books, winning prizes, and enjoying some snacks. Oh, food? I'm there. This is a fun event for the whole family. So this is something really cool you can do with your kids, your grandkids. You should come on down. We do ask that you register online for this. And it is Tuesday, March 24th at 6 o'clock.
And I do want to apologize to our listeners. Tara normally pulled the flyers, so I neglected to grab flyers for what's going on at the other branches. I apologize, and I will remedy that for the future.
Okay.
But on that note, we do invite you to join us Thursdays at 9 a.m. at the Bedford Branch Library for Richard Simmons Aerobics. Get your heart pumping with Richard Simmons Aerobics class.
This is a popular one now.
Yeah, it's
You've
taken
been
off.
busy.
Yeah.
There's people waiting at the door. We're trying to open the library, and there's all these people outside waiting for Adrian to do aerobics. I love it.
Who doesn't love aerobics at your library?
I can't do aerobics. I can't. I don't do cardio well.
Anybody can do aerobics.
Oh.
If you're interested in checking it out, we do play a video and follow along, but as ever, I encourage everyone to go at their own pace and do what you can do. Everybody is different.
You're right. But do you wear your leg warmers and stuff when you do
You
this?
weren't here.
I wasn't here.
I do wear an outfit every week.
Oh my God. All right. I'm on desk those days, so I'm going to have to make a point to pop out there and see you guys.
And I could be wrong. People can let me know in the comment section down below. But I think that if I dress weird, that it'll make the other people feel less self-conscious about themselves.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I agree with that. I agree. At the Bedford Branch Library, we're going to have a vegetable seed starting workshop. I am not running this one. This is Molly's gig. Molly is so into this, and she does such a beautiful job. So Saturday, March 28th from 2 to 3:30. So this is for teens, adults, families. So also gardeners of all skill levels are invited to attend this workshop. Get a head start on your summer garden and swap tips with fellow garden growers. We have an amazing group of people around here who love gardening, so we always have a great group of people that show up for these. All materials are going to be provided. You don't need to bring anything except yourself. We do ask that you do register online just so Molly knows how much to have in the way of materials for this really big event. I think a lot of people are very into this, and growing your own food, you can't go wrong, man. Unless, of course, they all die. That could go wrong, but...
The Bedford Branch Library is pleased to present Chess Club Tuesdays from 4 to 8 p.m. near the fireplace. All ages and experience levels are welcome. Come, join us for chess.
That's another great one. I love seeing all the different ages that show up for that. And I love watching the older players teaching the younger players. That is cool to watch. And lastly, at the Bedford Branch Library, you did just pull all Bedford.
Tara normally does this.
All right. I'll remind you, or I'll do some next week too. Saturday, April 4th, we are having a craft supply swap. This is a huge thing. We have lots of people who show up for this. Rehome your unused craft supplies and find some new to you items to spark creativity. Hey, maybe you could get some ideas for your crafty art stuff.
Maybe.
Donate your craft supplies that are in good condition. So we are taking donations March 27th through April 3rd. Okay, we are taking donations here at the library. And then you can attend the craft supply swap on April 4th. It's a crafting free-for-all. So there is no registration, nothing needed for there. Just show up, get creative, and have fun.
Terrific. And we would like to thank you for joining us. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the ring bell for notifications anytime we upload new content. We also encourage you to leave a comment down below with any questions that you may have for Michelle's gardening segment, or if you would like to share a piece of art, in this case, a fun-to-draw dinosaur, you feel free to leave that in the comment section down below.
I hope people do. I really hope people do, because I want to see what people are doing out there.
If you happen to be listening on Spotify, do be sure to like the episode and like the page as a whole, because it helps us with the algorithm.
Good point.
This has been In the Library with
Michele.
And I'm Adrian. Thank you for joining us.